back to Nick Does It, where I do it. You saw a tell, you saw a picture. That's right, I'm reviewing scary stories to tell in the dark. Now, I was so excited to see this movie because I read the books when I was younger and the pictures used to keep me up for nights. I couldn't wait to see this movie come to life on the big screen, and trust me, I was not disappointed. This movie was really creepy and I enjoyed myself so much. I'll be talking about why I liked it so much a little later. So this movie is about these 4 teenagers. Now it's Halloween and they're going trick-or-treating. Now there's this abandoned old house that has been locked up because everyone liked to go in there, but one night a kid went missing, so they locked it up for good. Now these 4 teenagers snuck into the house, and when they went in, they learned that this house used to be owned by someone named Sarah Bellows. Supposedly she killed a bunch of people, but that might not be the case. Now, the main girl in this movie, she finds Sarah Bellows' journal where she used to write all her scary stories. She brings it home with her, which might not be a good idea, because as soon as she brings it home, a story starts writing itself in Sarah Bellows' notebook. She notices something weird. The story has one of her friends' names in the story, and it says that they're gonna die by the end of it. Now she's like, oh, it's just a coincidence, but the next day, the story that was written last night and the name they used of this person went missing, and she's like, it can't be connected, can it? Well, guess what? It is, because Sarah Bellows, every story she writes out is one of her friends' names, and she has to stop this madness before any one of her friends or anyone else she knows gets killed. Will she be able to stop Sarah Bellows? Will she be able to save all her friends? You're gonna have to find out. So the things I didn't like about this movie, number 1, I feel like you didn't feel for any of the characters. They had no character development, and when they went missing or got killed, I didn't really care that much because I didn't even know their names. Number 2, I do feel like this movie started off a little slow and it took a little while to get into it, and I do wish it had maybe a little more exciting moments in the beginning of the movie. Number 3, this kind of reminded me of Midsommar, but there was this certain plot line involving the main girl and the main girl and her mom and her dad, because her mom moved out a few years ago and she's still really upset about it, and she feels like it's her fault that, you know, her parents' marriage didn't go as planned. And I thought this would be like a really interesting plot line, you know, and I'm like, ooh, maybe they might use it later in the movie and it could be really interesting and juicy and tea could go down. But it didn't have anything to do with the movie, and they didn't really mention it, and it really had nothing else that was that important that it even needed to be in the movie in the first place. So the things I did like about this movie, number 1, the acting, the whole cast was pretty good. No one was incredible, but it was pretty decent for these teenagers. Number 2, it was so cool to see all these illustrations from the original books come to life. The makeup and costumes on all these monsters and the production design was incredible. It was so cool, and they literally looked like they were taken off the page and put into the movie, which I love that so much. Number 3, this movie actually had pretty gross moments for a PG-13 movie, and it was really intense, and it had its creepy moments. It wasn't terrifying, but it was scary in moments, and actually had really good tension and not cheesy jump scares, and I actually was really into this movie. Number 4, even though this movie took a little while to build up and it had a slow beginning, it definitely was worth it because the rest of the movie was so entertaining, so intense. I was on the edge of my seat. It was so much fun to watch all this tea go down and all these monsters just come out towards the end, and I had a blast during this movie. So yes, I would give this movie a 7 out of 10 stars, a really good score. I was really excited for this movie and it did not let me down. So subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys. Now, I'm not even gonna say because I've made so many videos and I don't know when I'm gonna finish editing them and when I'm gonna upload them. So whatever I post or whatever I posted already, you know, you're gonna find out, or you've already found, I don't even know, just, you know. So anyway, bye!